It's back with JohnyTechReview, and I hope you guys are all doing well. So today, I want to give you a quick review of this MassaMAX massage chair. I bought this massage chair at the end of June. It's currently around mid-August, so I have roughly about a month and a half with this massage chair. So there's many reasons why I ended up with this massage chair. One of it is the price to performance ratio, I guess. But before I get into just massage chairs, I want to talk a little bit about my experience with massage chairs. So about 7 or 8 years ago, my parents bought a Inada Dreamwave machine, and that one is $8,000. It's a much bigger machine than this in terms of how wide it is. I'll have some videos here if I can find some pictures of it. It's at my parents' house. They live about 3.5 hours away, and once in a while I visit them, I get to use that machine. Now, on the highest level, I would say that machine is a little bit older, different technology, but I can tell you if you're looking for more options, a company like Inada, Osaki, one of these Japanese companies, those machines are going to have a lot more options and they're a little bit more luxurious. And those machines are also designed, I would say, for a much bigger person. As an Asian person, my body type, I'm 5'10". When I'm using the Inada Dreamwave machine that my parents has, as an example, my hand doesn't always reach to the exact spot. I think my parents have the same experience. However, the machine is really good and it has a lot of different functionality, but for $8,000 it's a bit steep. That's what my dad wanted, so he ended up getting that machine many years ago. From my experience and my wife's experience, we wanted a machine that has a lot more, I would say, stronger massage, a little bit harder on your, on the squeezing. We wanted a machine that's a little bit stronger in terms of the air pressure, those type of things. The Inada get to a certain level, but it's still comfortable and it's not really extremely strong when it comes to air pressure on your feet or your hand. The next thing we have was my mother-in-law, my wife. They bought her a machine, and that one was the iRest. That one was about $2,000, just to give you a little bit of perspective. I think it was $2,200 about 5 or 6 years ago when they bought it. That machine is still available today on Amazon for around $1,800, sometime on sale a little bit less, but more or less that machine has a different technology and it's a little bit cheaper. It had less part and less airbag functionality than the Dreamwave, of course, and that one has what we call an SL track, right? So that machine also, what I like about that machine is the way the feet roller is, the way how strong the airbag and the pressure of those air, it's really strong and really good. My wife joked because her sister would say, hey, if you're getting a massage and if you're getting out a massage, you're not sore, you're not hurting, then the massage is not worth it. Well, there's some truth to that, but from my experience with a machine, you can go as light as you want and not feeling a lot, just very lightweight pampered feeling, or you can go a little bit more heavy, and that's why we like the iRest. However, in the process of looking at the iRest and looking at massage chair, we found this one online, and I want to give you my reason why I bought your machine and my experience on it. So this device here has two different colors. This is the one that I picked. I like this kind of grayish blue color. There's another color, I think it was the more whitish or blood. I think there's another option that's blood. I'll put it on the screen so you can kind of see different color. So I was very dead set on getting the iRest. Why didn't I get it? Number one, the iRest has really good review, but at the time of the review, I saw that the iRest lacks certain functionality like the extension of the leg, which if you get the better version of the iRest will have it, but it will cost more. This machine here, MassaMAX, I got a feeling that these companies probably work with some of the manufacturer, and there's 2 or 3 machines that's very similar. There's another company I think called Real Massage or something like this, and the machine looked almost like identical to this machine. The reason I didn't go to that one, which was a little bit cheaper, was the fact that MassaMAX has a lot of what you call real location. I think they have like 30 something location in 50 different states, and in my state here they do have actually have a location that's about 30-40 minutes away. And what that means to me is, in case there's a problem with services, I'm assuming it's a much better experience. And reading the review on Amazon on some of the other company, the customer service is crap, and that could be an issue, right? So I spent about $1,800 in this machine at the time when it was on sale. On Amazon, sometimes there's different model, they have different sales, they have different coupon price up. It's a bit confusing, but if you can score your machine for less than $2,000, I think it's a really good machine. And let me talk about the additional functionality that this will have. So for example, this one down here, in the I would say where your caps are. This has a cap massage which the iRest didn't have. And the other thing that's really nice about this machine is that the leg part here is extendable, so it will extend and kind of adjust to your leg, where the iRest didn't have that option, at least the comparable version. There is a more expensive, again, version of iRest that would do that, but it costs a lot more than this machine. The other thing that really sold me in this machine is that the iRest has a typical panel that has button on it. It actually has the same, very similar physical panel here, but this machine stand out by having this controller, this box. So at first, I didn't like this screen, and I think, you know, the texture and the graphic on it is just pretty old. But it took a while for me to kind of look around, see why I like this machine, and, you know, if I could overcome that screen. And that was one of my fear, is that the control, the touchscreen will suck and the control will be bad. But my problem on the iRest is that to set the different functionality is a bit of a pain in the butt, and you're not always, you know, there is a way to customize them, but you have to kind of really read the menu and dig into it. It was the same thing with the Dreamwave machine using the panel. So once I started using this machine and having this screen, it was actually really good. Right now it's trying to sense my body, but of course I'm not sitting on there, so it's not happening. It's just gonna set to 1. As you can see, one of the nice things about this machine is that the screen is very responsive and all the settings right on the screen as you're using it. What I like about this is when you pick a profile for the different type of massage, it has like 16 different type of massage setting, I think. And you can go in and hit menu and customize and adjust whatever you need from now. It is kind of weird that when you set the different, I would say, setting, I guess, or a different program, it doesn't let you do it right now. You have to kind of go into the menu screen to do it, but hey, that's how this one works. Some of the other extra functionality is that it has Bluetooth. I set my phone to not automatically connect to it, so when you turn it on, the Bluetooth come on, but it doesn't automatically connect because of other people using it. I don't want other people to sit there and then my phone will pass audio through, so I manually set it so when I'm sitting there I can just connect manually and disconnect manually. The speakers are not like gonna pump a ton of, you know, bass or anything like that. It's pretty good because where your head are sitting, the speaker is directly at you, so you don't have to turn it up as loud. You're not going to distract other people, and it's a really nice experience in terms of, you know, listening to maybe soft music, massage music, therapy music, whatever you want to call it. So to me, that's actually a really good functionality. The leg functionality extension is really good compared to the iRest. I found that it does a really good job of adjusting to my wife's height, and you know, provides some really good functionality. This one also have the additional pad here that is heated, and you can turn it on and off. The heated pad is really light, so it's not going to get like super hot or anything like that. I guess that's not the goal. You can put it behind you and sit on it with your back, or you can put it in front of you. Keep in mind that as you're taking these little leather thing off, and they're not real leather by the way, if you take this little leather off, you are getting closer and closer to the actual massaging device, so that you get a stronger and stronger massage. So that is one way to reduce the string if you're at the lowest setting. It also has a USB port, just a USB-A port that you can plug in just for charging. That's this whole functionality. Okay, so let's talk about the different massage program. Again, I think I'm not counting it, but it's like 15 or 16 different massage programs. There are 3 or 4 that's really good, that I really like. The typical area that I try to target for my massage specifically is my hand, my wrist, my neck, which you know, working at home all day, sitting down, standing up, you know, and my back. So those are the area that I focus on. This machine, I would say, excel really on your back. Does a really good job of moving the SL track all the way down to your back, into your buttock, and you know, getting you really good massage. On the neck, you do have to make sure that you set the correct setting. It sends it, but make sure you get the right adjustment for your shoulder, so that way it knows where your shoulder is, and it does a really good job of giving you a good massage though. There are 5 different types of massage in this machine. There's the 40, there's a tap, there's the, you know, shiatsu. There's all these different massage mode. From my perspective, the shiatsu one is really good, and then there's a tap and beat, one that I really enjoy. And for those, it has a perfect balance of giving me enough, I would say, vibration and you know, kind of hammering action while also gripping and squeezing. When I first had this massage, me and my wife were using it 2 or 3 times a day. We still use it at least 2 times a day now, but we were setting on the max air setting, and after a while, definitely after a week or so, you can definitely feel some sore area in your back and your so every time you use a massage or you turn, you will feel that sore. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but perhaps, don't go too hardcore on it if you just want to have a simple massage. The sitting on this position, there's two positions, one kind of 0G, the other one is kind of extreme. And what I like about this machine compared to the Inada is that the machine pivot right in the middle, so it tilts in the middle instead of where the Inada only the back come back because it's a separate setting. And so the Inada need like 2 or 3 feet behind you, where this machine, that's how we left it. We left it with that much space behind there. So roughly you can say about 1.5 feet or so. And that's the footprint, it kind of pivot down and it stay within that area. And we really like this machine for that purpose. I just want to quickly show you how the process of me getting inside this machine. So normally I will walk up to it, turn around, pardon the mess in the house, sit in, and I will press the button. Then I will press this, and the screen will come on. Take a second. That's one of the other things that this machine does, is that it takes a little bit of time for the machine to get into position. So as you can see there, it takes about 10 seconds to get into position. And then now is finding my back. So normally I use the number 8 setting, so I'm going to move it to around 8, and it's already in this position. If I want to change it to the second 0G, I can press this button here, 0G, and you can see here it's going to start moving back even further. When the machine starts up, it always default to just massage the 4D massage. You can adjust that here. And in the screen here, I would, these are some of the quick settings. You can't really change these. They're kind of default to those. You can go to more. And then you have here, 5 program, another 5 here, right? And then another 5 here. And you can pick, let's say, for example, if I want to do keep fit as an example, you can see the action that's currently happening right now. You can change, go back here, you can change how many minutes you want, 25 up to 30 minutes and down to 5 minutes. You can turn Bluetooth on and off. And you can customize to save your own setting. There's a whole menu for that. But here in the setting, these are the type of massage you have: new, tap, new and tap, shiatsu, 4D, and knock. And of course here in your setting, you can change the different option. So here you can see you can change the speed, how wide the massage device is, different area focus. Right now it's automatic, so I'm not going to touch any of this. You can change the L back, which the upper and the lower are tied together. I wish they're separate, but just machine they're tied together. And then you have the foot roller string, which is here, and then you can turn on the voice or heat. You can see right now as it's doing the massage, it's tells you the setting, what's in currently. Right now it's doing 40 with the string. You can go to menu, make the adjustment that's needed as I mentioned earlier. The voice control is really bad on this unit and also on the iRest. They're all basically the same thing. You can say a phrase and it will remember it, but it's really bad at recognizing it, or sometimes it will just randomly recognize things that you are saying. So I would say turn it off, don't use it. The advantage of having a screen right here is that you see everything and it's easy adjustable. You can also take this off and put on the iPad or something like that. It is magnetic and it sticks right down, so it's nice. The Inada and the iRest come with a hand controller, and that controller you will need to hand it on the side, put it somewhere. It's a little bit annoying to deal with. I thought this screen is going to be bad, but it turned out this has a lot of information and it's very useful. I also like the fact that you can just quickly hit the stop button here to completely pause it. But while you're doing that, you cannot do anything. You can resume. The other thing that I like about this machine is that when it finishes with the massage in a minute here, it will lead you in this exact position. And if you want to get out of this, you will need to turn it, press the power button once, it will turn it off and go back to your sitting position where you can get out. This is nice because most of the time, if you're finishing a massage, you will fall asleep or something like that. So I think this is a really nice option. Okay, so you might be wondering, as a new user of a massage chair, so with my experience, I would say the massage chair has some really good positive side. This machine here actually have the automatic adjustment. It will kind of figure out where your neck is. I would say for the most part, this works okay. I would say 50-50. It works good sometimes, but because of multiple users, sometimes you get confused. And I guess it has some kind of force sensor to be able to figure that out. But from a first-time user, I think this machine is pretty good in the fact that it's a very simple machine to use. You sit in, you press the button, it kind of come on. You have some basic functionality and button here that is easily to set on this panel here. And if you want to dive into a more advanced option, it will be here. It always start out initially after you accepted your shoulder height measurement in this 4D massage program. That's the first one that I always start out with. And in this regard, this program is a pretty good program. It's 20-minute long by default. Here is the 4D is about, I said, medium setting. And here in terms of the air cushion is on the lowest and footrest is in the medium. And what that means is that it's the air pressure for the basically your back, your shoulder, and all of those are going to be the upper and the lower air, including your leg here and your calves. And then the foot rollers are just the foot roller. But the 4D massage has some pretty cool functionality. It's a combination of these different one. It switch between shiatsu, which is a pushing, pulling of your back, muscle, etc., into a kneeling action, a 4D action. So it's kind of a combination of those type of things. So from my perspective, as someone who used multiple different massage chair before, I would say, the air pressure on this, the S-track rollers are really good. Pressure would put on your back and the pressure on the L-back, those are good. The roller themselves are not hard, but if you decide to set on the maximum setting, possibilities you might get some soreness or bruise. I would say for the hands and the armrest, it's a pretty good action. I do wish that there's a customization or one of these programs that's used that will squeeze your hand a little bit longer than what I have. From my perspective, I feel like the squeezing and holding action is not as long as I would like, even on some of the better program. Out of the all different type of program, there are variation of, I would say, different sequence and different setting. I think it's really good now. So some of my favorite on this list will be things like 4Ds, the neck and shoulder, the back massage. Those are good. I also have one here called the office regimen under this setting here, and supposedly that's good for people who sit and work in the office all day or sit down all day. So I guess that's kind of like people like me. So if you are, of course, buying this from Amazon, you have the option of return, but of course these machines are quite large, so you do have to keep the packaging if you're having second thought. But I encourage you to give one of these machines a go, especially if you've been looking for a massage machine that does a lot more functionality than the simple machine that does the back or the hand or the legs, that type of thing. For me, there is one area that I would like to see this machine improve, and I don't know, this doesn't happen with the iRest that my mother-in-law have, but for this unit, the track, sometimes the SL track or the machine or the massage device, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what it's called, sometimes it would like slip. Maybe that's a build quality, or maybe I am pushing too hard on it, but once in a while you hear a click, a slip, and depends on the width of that arm, it might slip more or less. I didn't notice just at the beginning, maybe because I wasn't using it at the max setting or exploring all the different program. But as I'm starting to use the different type of program, depends on the program and the type of massage it is, you might hear that slip, you hear a click, and like you can feel a slip on your back a little bit. But really, I try to open it and just kind of take a look to see if there's any gears broken, anything like that. Nothing's broken. I think it's just, a little bit of pressure and force, and sometimes it just slip. The leather material, your back, whatever it is, it slips just a little bit. I think the airbag on the side here works really well to keep your shoulder pad down as it's doing this stress exercise. That's one of this machine specialized that it can do compared to none of the one that can extend. With the extension of the leg, it can hold your leg in place and then pull that extension, which give you like a simulator or really stress your back, right? So it can bend the machine and bang your back while that airbag hold you in place. So that gives you really good kind of like stress exercise. That's a really good one. Another small down thing which the iRest and the had that I like was that the iRest has this little LED bar on the side, and they come on when you use the machine. I know that's dumb. I'm a computer gaming kind of guy. I like RGB, but after getting used to it, I thought it has a light and it didn't. There is a version of this that has a light, by the way, but this version just happened to not have it. So if you care about that thing, pay attention to that. So in the end, with the money I spent, would I buy this over the iRest? Yeah, I think so. I like the additional functionality of the leg. The iRest was comparable in terms of pricing at the same time, but the iRest lacks some of the functionality. I would say the iRest has really good reputation online. It has a lot of good review, and from my experience of using my mother-in-law unit, which is 5 or 6 years, nothing's wrong with it. Every time we go visit her, we ended up, all of us either lay on it and fell asleep. That was kind of like our bar measurement. Me and my family, we would sit on it, and next thing you know, we fall asleep taking a short nap on it. I feel the same with this machine, and I would say it's a very good looking unit. It's pretty sleek. Yes, it does take up a lot of room, and most of this machine does. But yeah, consider this type of machine if you are looking online and seeing the Osaki. I have no experience with those, but those are supposedly really good. But if you have a smaller body, I think these type of machines works really well. Let me know if you have any question in the comment box down below. I hope this video helped you in your purchase decision. Please like and subscribe for more future content in the future. Thank you.